Give me 1 minute. We're going to start in 1 second. Julianne. Love you too. Alright. Welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and as soon as I get my headphones plugged in, I let my daughter borrow them. We will get started. Okay, good. You guys can hear me. Well, that was way too loud. I was using different headphones the other day, but let me turn this down. Alright, we're going to get started here in a second. Let me pop out the chat, get the video up. Welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today let's talk The Walking Dead. Why is that crooked? What is that? The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 8. The mid-season finale, the last episode for the rest of 2018. Hold on. Let me give you a little, let me figure you a little bit here. There we go. There we go. 1,000 people threw up in their mouth. All right, so we got a couple people filling in the chat. I'm going to wait a second before I dive into the... because the first part is sheer excitement. I want to jump and scream like a little woman. Let me refresh this to see if AMC posts the trailer for the next episode anytime soon, we're going to watch it on this live stream, or at least some of it without sound because they'll hit us with a copyright strike. But there's so much, and sometimes when I talk about things that I've predicted right or wanted to come up, I know I don't mean it like, look at me, I got it right. I'm talking about stuff that me as a fan, I look forward to seeing on the show, and we got it this episode and coming up in the trailer. Oh my God, I was hyped. First off, they did something I didn't think they would do, which is showcase Alpha, the new villain. She's in the upcoming teaser trailer like 2 or 3 times, and I can already tell they're going to parallel it with Negan, because if you see the one shot, she's at the gates. And in that 1 second, my mind immediately thought of my Deeper Into videos when I get to that episode, how they might parallel it with Negan. And oh man, yo, that shit is bomb. So they show Alpha, her bald ass head, the back of her head, and then they show the front of her, but she's behind the gates. And again, that might not be a parallel, but it was just so quick. That's what I thought of. Let me get the chat popped out so I can see what you guys are saying. If you're new here, normally I do the review portion for the first 15 minutes. I have a little bit of stuff I want to talk about before I get into the review, and then after that we'll go to the fan feedback portion of the video, or the after show, which is your thoughts, theories, suggestions, and everything from your opinions, your feedback from the episode. Let me cancel this out. Let me close that down. Let me pull this up. Where is it at? But yeah, yo, I will say, I used to have a screen here where I can do a window, because lately, maybe I can do it right here with the webcam. Lately, people have been saying the live chat, for whatever reason, hasn't been showing up. So if that's the case, give me a second. We're going to put the chat for this. Hopefully YouTube corrects it sometime soon. But I'm going to put the live chat on the screen for this one. I know we took the live chat out because YouTube updated it to where you can do it yourself. All you got to do is click on the live chat button. But recently, YouTube has been messing up a little bit, and the live chat hasn't been showing up. Now, all right, so we got the chat on the screen, and yeah, yo, the next episode coming up. Oh man. Well, the one thing I did, again, spoilers, because we're going into the episode for the mid-season finale, episode 8, but there was a death in 8. That is exactly what I was talking about just last night on live stream, about what I wanted from the whispers and how creepy they are, and have it be like a normal herd, but kind of creepy, something's out of place, and then someone gets stabbed. And you guys know me, I swear, I don't go anywhere near spoilers. Unfortunately, I've seen so many people in the comments section saying Jesus is going to get it. So that part we knew it was coming. But how he got it, I had no clue at all. And the way he got it was exactly how I described how I would want to see the Whisperers displayed on screen. And I did really love, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I did really love Michonne coming up out of nowhere, and then Magna and her group coming up, them being a part of the story. I did like that. I do feel a little bummed out that we didn't get enough of Jesus in earlier seasons. I felt like we should have got more with him. And then here, I did feel like his death was a little bit abrupt. You know, there was no bleeding out. There was no, last bit of gasp of death. It was just, he's dead. So that did bum me out a little bit. I wanted just a touch more from that. However, coming up next, I've been saying it doesn't make sense that Daryl has the signature weapons of the new villain. And in the trailer, they show Ryan Hurst as Beta, and he looking like a beast. And I think he did keep the beard too, which is killer because he looks like a monster with the beard on. And so he's standing there looking like a monster. And then they show Daryl fighting him, and he picks him up and just slams him to the wall. I was like, oh shit. Yo, I am so hyped. It ain't even funny for episode 9. Anyway, let me burn through my notes of what I thought about this episode. Searching for Rosita, seeing the zombies and how they're not normal. Everything having to deal with the zombies and the herds and them not being normal. The whispering, the bell, the buzzer, everything in that and relating to that I love. And I am picking up on a writing style that I'm also loving a lot. They've used it previously. They've used it in a number of seasons. But in this season, we had the bridge, which was not only an actual bridge, but it was also, if AMC released a trailer, we're going to get to that in a minute. The bridge was a bridge, but it was also symbolic for the bridge between the network of communities, the bridge between people. Now, going along with the term of building a bridge and burning down bridges, stuff like that. So the bridge was symbolic and a physical thing. The storm, where Daryl's like, there's a storm coming, not only is that symbolic, but there was an actual storm. So that is a little writing technique that writers went. I think it was probably, in one of the first courses I took, that was one of the main things they teach you. They teach you some of these, and I don't even know if it's classic or traditional, but that is something I remember from writing courses. But I do love how they utilize that. The Walker looking over when Norman, Daryl Dixon was like, there's a storm coming. I was like, yo, that's just creepy. If you were watching this not even knowing what's going on from the comic book, man, that probably threw you off a bit. Like, what in the world? Carol and Michonne, I will admit, it does seem like it isn't Rick and the past with the Saviors. It does seem like there had to be something that happened. Michonne made some type of choices. At first, I thought they were just going to relate it to Rick, and it would be smooth and easy going, because that only made sense that after they defeated Negan and everyone came together, there was this a moment of peace where they could kind of take a breather, and you know, it does seem by what's being said that there was some event, and it is winning me over a little bit. At first, I did kind of like the idea that it was peaceful, but now I'm thinking about it, okay, it's been 6 years. To have an event or two, or have a couple problems pop up and we find out about them later, some obstacles that they overcome, you know, I'm warming up to the idea that might be incorporated into the story. I did like the idea of having a complete piece for a while, give our characters that sort of break, but it'd be interesting to see what went on between all the communities and Michonne and everybody, because it seems like Michonne made some sort of decision or call, or she did something that really got under people's skins, but she said it kept them alive, so she obviously saved their lives at one point. Now, the fair, I'm really excited about the fair. That's been talked about a number of times, and it seems like in the comic, the fair was at Alexandria. We all knew it wasn't happening at Alexandria. That's one of the things I talked about in the past, because Alexandria is a real-life location where people pay a lot of money to live there, you know? And then there's a portion where they film with the character houses and whatever. I don't even know the specifics, but I know, like, people actually live there, and they got to reroute traffic and shit like that, but when it comes to bringing the fair to Alexandria, we all knew that wasn't happening. But then when they dropped the hint of the fair, it seemed like it was going to be at the hilltop. But you guys can correct me if that comment box, but it seems like the fair is actually going to be at the kingdom, like the physical fair. The communities will go to the kingdom. Again, in the comic, they went to Alexandria, and it was a physical fair with rides and games and cool shit like that. But the Henry and Carol dynamic, for me, that's working. I think that's lining up cool. At least they're alive. Again, that was that past, that little hint to the past from Michonne. Negan in the cell. I did write a little note that it doesn't seem like it's true, but there's something there between Daryl. Remember when Negan tested him and left his cell open and Daryl made the escape? Now, at the time, in the comic book, they can look at what happened and then they can put that in there to foreshadow it or parallel it or call back to it. So in a way, this is similar, that Negan had Daryl locked up, the cell was open, he got out, it was a trap. Now you had the cell open, and if they went with the comic route, Negan would be staying and he would be chilling. He was just chilling. Rick came down and caught him. Now it's looking like either he showed Gabriel, listen, man, the door was open. I went out for some fresh air, but, I'm chilling, whoop-de-whoop. Now it does, in fact, look like he went back to the sanctuary. And we heard the sanctuary went bust. So either there's not many people there, and he's like one of the only people at the sanctuary being like, home sweet home. You know that little clip in the trailer? Or there's actually a group of people there, and he's going to help lead them now, but connecting with the communities. Not the old Negan that we know. Somebody who's going to help them against the Whisperer problem and stuff like that. What else we have? Henry goes out with his friends. I didn't think they were that bad. As far as being shitty characters, I didn't think they were that bad. And then you have him in the pit. He was drunk and disorderly, so they give him 2 days in jail. This lines up perfectly. In the comic, it was this whole big thing with Carl getting into a fight, knocking some kids out, and, kicking ass and almost killed a kid. Well, they did the hanging thing. They did all that bullshit. They remixed it. Way early on so Maggie can make her exit, and now it's a simple disorderly, so now Henry can be in jail when the villain's daughter shows up in the next episode, and they showed her. I'm pretty sure she's on the horse gagged up, so we're gonna see her in episode 9, another Whisperer attack, and they're gonna fight them off and take her prisoner. I'm loving that so much. Herschel said something. No, I'll get to the comments in a second. You said something I don't understand what you mean. Somebody escaped. I don't know what that means, unless I'm not putting two and two together. So you got Henry there, and he's going to interact with Lydia, which makes sense because he had a little crush thing on Enid, but Enid's with Alden. To be honest, I pictured him being a lot older, so maybe that just threw me. But that did throw me off. I pictured him, late 20s, heading into 30s. But he's probably younger. It's probably just the dirt and grime in that environment that threw me off. But then I picture her being mad young, like 16, I don't know. She's probably 18, 19. I just screwed up my ages. Anyway, so the episode ends with an epic, creepy, atmospheric. As far as being creepy and atmospheric, it was a home run. All the way. Love what they did with the whispering and the whispers, the setup, how he's fighting the normal zombies, and then all of a sudden one ducks, he gets stabbed, and they prep up, and out of nowhere it goes from like 0 to 100. You get zombies just running to attack. They get all slaughtered, and then they find his stitches. Oh my god. And this is something you can do really good artwork in the comic and make it yada yada yada, but even with the comic you can only get so much atmosphere in there simply because it is black and white. It's simplistic in a way, and I think if they did have coloring and shit like that, you can get a lot of atmosphere in there. Even black and white has atmosphere, sure, but in a way you do lose something. The black and white has a certain beauty to it, but with color there's just more you can put in there, or maybe that's just my tastes. But on the show they were killing it. The graveyard, the old school shit with the fog and The Whisperers coming out. Oh my God, we got some epic shit coming up. So that was pretty much my review. I love the episode. Leading up to about the 30-40 minute mark, I'll be honest, it was a bit slow. There was a bit of a drag. I did like it, absolutely, but it was a bit of a drag. Coming up though, episode 9 has got to be a home run. I don't think they showed episode 9 in the whole preview. Again, we're gonna look at the trailer. I can't play it with sound though, and I can't play it all the way through. It does look like it is up right now. I'm looking. Oh my God! Look at that! Look at that thumbnail! Oh my God! You guys can look at that thumbnail. Literally, look at. Yeah, right here. Look at that thumbnail. No, that's not gonna work. I'm just gonna move my stupid face out of the way. Look at that thumbnail. Shit, you can't see it. It's so tiny. But if you go to AMC's YouTube channel, you can check it out right there. Oh man. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to get that sound out of there. So there's Lydia. If you guys don't mind, you want to go through the little trailer? If you don't mind, let me see what you guys have to say. I'll read some super chats and then we'll go through the trailer. But I got to find the one image that I like, though. Oh, that is Lydia. They straight up show her straight up. Where's that? Yeah, here's him fighting Beta. Look at that. Motherfucker. Oh, yo. I just shit my pants. Look at him. What the fuck? It's a shame McFarlane Toys, I don't know what they're doing with the brand of The Walking Dead, but imagine getting this as a figure or statue on your shelf. Lord have mercy. Get on your game, McFarlane. What are you doing? Get that shit on and popping. Let me see what you guys have to say. I'm going to read some of these super chats real quick. And then we'll go into the fan feedback. Thank you very much for almost 1,400 people in the live chat with us tonight. That is massive. Thank you so much for stopping in to talk about The Walking Dead with us. OB Clutch with a $2 dono says, was that Beta? I'm seeing people say that wasn't. Beta was not on the show. He was not the one who stabbed Jesus. That was not Beta. That is Beta on the screen. Wait, what are you guys looking at? Okay, this is Beta on the screen. That is Beta. That is Sons of Anarchy Beta right there, kicking ass. Mike Ramos with a $2 dono. Hey Ron, you should try and call Dead Live tonight. Oh, you mean Dead Live? I think he's saying Dead Live. I don't know what Dead Live is. The Talking Dead thing? We're going to incorporate phone calls. I'm trying to set that up for next half. We could take viewer questions on the phone. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get that set up. Necron99 with a $4 dono. Did Gabe do that on purpose? Seems he did. It's possible, to be honest. It's possible. I don't know why he would unless he's watching out for it, or he was just so... I feel like he would be so caught off with what's going on with Rosita. It might have just been an honest accident. Tyler TS97 with a $10 dono. Thank you very much for that support. Henry and Co. can keep their moonshine. My friend Captain Morgan never let me astray. Yeah, moonshine will kick yo ass. 948 Jojo with a $5 dono. Carol literally acknowledged RJ's existence. Case closed. Oh yes, so many people still think that RJ is not real. Sorry for punching my desk just there, but so many people think that RJ is not real, and he is a hallucination, and that's a scarred shown, but he is definitely real. Carol mentioned him, and we also have Toledo with a $2 dono. Glad RJ is real, confirmed. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of people. Muse Ingenue with a $2 dono. I think Gabe got rattled and made a mistake. I think that's the case. It's definitely possible Gabe made a mistake. Put a 2 in the chat. 2 in the chat. Number 2, if you guys want to just take a look at the trailer piece by piece. Not like a breakdown, because we'll do an official one, but just take a glance, because I'm excited to discuss what's in it. But we can't play the sound. Just tap that in the comments real quick. And if we have people interested, maybe we'll just take a peek at it. Again, I can't play the whole thing through. So if you're excited for something like that, we can't do it. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Gabe leaving the gate open was also a callback to the season 5 finale when the walkers got in. You are right on the money there. That would be the second mistake, the second time. The first time he was just like, life is over, I think. Didn't he go out to kill himself and he came back in? He was just friggin'... what's the X-Scar on Daryl's back? We're going to get that. We don't know what that is just yet. Ronnie, will anyone else die while fighting the Whispers? Also, Jesus' death could have been more intense. It made my ass itch while watching, but it still felt bad. Yeah, I think there could have been more to it. Some stuff in the episode could have got trimmed down a bit. I do like how they set up Earl. Now that we're getting back to that, Earl trying to kill Maggie and then going into jail, and then now he's trying to mentor this kid. I do like that. I think it would have more of an impact if Maggie was the leader and she was there. I will admit, as much as I'm enjoying The Walking Dead, there feels like a void. AMC fucked up. I'll say it. They done fucked up. They should have cleared up the issue with paying Maggie. They should have cleared that shit up. And it's becoming clear now what happened. They were making all these big deals to do the spin-offs and to get their brand future-proofed. At the time, whatever the amount of money she asked for, they were like, no, we're not willing to pay that. I do feel like both parties should have just figured something out, and because her absence is definitely felt. Speaking of which, Rick's absence is extremely crushing. As excited as I am, there's a huge part of me that is so bummed out, so terribly disappointed that not only is Rick not here and in these moments and he has a storyline, but he's never even going to be in the Whisperer storyline. Not even a little bit. Rick being gone, that's an ouch, man. People are mistaking Michonne talking out loud to Rick and sometimes Carl with RJ. Yeah, if they're mistaking that, then yeah. The X is a tribute to Rick, case closed. That's what I said when we first saw the X on Michonne and Daryl's back after that episode. But I will admit, there could be a different explanation. It's possible. I'm hearing Tom Payne got pissed about not getting enough screen time. Where are you hearing that, though? Ronnie, when you saw Beta, did your dick also get hard? That's disgusting, bro. That is disgusting. Anyone see that glass hit my teeth? My dick is always hard. Have I missed much? Either I got a notification late or Ronnie started late. No, I started at 10:30. Unless I screwed up the time. I don't know how. I was sitting here at 10:22 waiting to start. You are not where you belong. Yeah, Dog is going to take the Jesus character arc. Ouch! They'll get enough. They'll get the same amount of lines. Yeah, I think they do confirm Jesus is dead in the trailer. Based on Negan's convo with Gregory or Gabriel, do you think the comic storyline of Rosita being pregnant is coming to fruition? If so, by whom? Sadiq Eugene. I don't think that's necessary. It's absolutely possible, but I don't think it's necessary. But it is possible. I'm just saying it's not necessary. Maybe it's necessary because of what's going on with... Yeah, I don't know. That's a tricky one because in the comic it fit. You know, Eugene was somebody she was there with, she had a connection with, but it wasn't really someone for her. And then she kind of escaped that and went with Sadiq. And we don't know if she meant it or not, but she told Eugene that was a mistake. And, she did eventually grow feelings towards Eugene and stuff, but I'm not seeing a reason to get that muddy with it right now. I don't really see a reason to do that. The Whisperers should have said, one of these things is not like the other. One of these things does not belong. Do you think? What else we got? Sam Black with a $5 dono. Hey, Ronnie, if you check the 43-second mark of the new trailer, you see Michonne looking like her pre-6-year time skip flashback, question mark. Oh, we'll look. I'm going to get another drink, and we're going to look as soon as I get back. Ronnie, my birthday is in less than a week. What are you getting me? Meow Cat Bissy? I can't say on this PG-13 stream. What else we got? Jared Gross. Late to the party, so you may have mentioned it, but how do you feel about Jesus' death? Too soon? Well, I think it would have fit if he got more screen time. It does fit. It works. It's a bloated cast. There's not much room for the Jesus character coming up. Given they could make room, absolutely. You could have killed Tara and kept Jesus. There's a fucking solution. And I don't mean to keep hating on Tara. Tara's the character that just doesn't connect with me. She had her moments, and I did stand up for her. I said, okay, she was good, and I liked their connection. But honestly, with Glenn gone and Maggie gone, Tara could kick rocks for all I'm concerned. This is one of those characters who had that connection, but I don't know how the fuck a character like Tara just lingers on. I don't know how the fuck she does it. She must be like, listen, I'll take 10 grand a year and just keep me in the background. No, I'm not insulting the actress or not. I don't hate her. I think she's a fine actress. She could do the job. It's just a character herself I'm not all that thrilled with. I will have to say, she's pleased me in season 9. I can't really, in season... Why is this frozen? Do you guys see this? What is this shit? Look at this. It won't let me... This is... When I say the chat is frozen, this is what I'm talking about. It won't let me click. There we go. Now it's done. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink and we're gonna watch that. Reverend says, what would Ron do? It depends on what you're asking. Thank you for the $2 dono. Do you think Alpha will die this next half or season 10? Season 10. It's way too early this next half. It depends on the flow. I'll be honest. It depends on the flow. If we get right in the shit, Alpha could be the death for the finale. And then leading into something different or big. For sure. We're getting 2 seasons with the Whispers. After looking at the structure and the pacing right now, there's no way around it. The Whispers will, without a doubt, spill over into season 10. There's no way they don't, unless they do some crazy remix. So I think Alpha will either die at the very end of this season or in season 10 early on. Unless they remix it completely, which, to be honest, I wish they do to some degree. Who's the guy leading the horse? Summerbeard with a $2 dono. I don't know who you're talking about. Are you talking about the episode, the trailer? I don't know who you're talking about. Muse Ingenue with a $2 dono. Your mods say people wearing other people's faces. Foreshadow. No, I never believe that Morgan saying people, wearing other people's faces is foreshadowing or a part of the storyline. He was way too far away. In reality, what most likely happened is Scott Gimple wrote that, and Kirkman heard it and was like, oh my god, I have an idea for the comic. In reality, I bet you any money that's close to what happened. And if you go back and listen to everything that Morgan says, not just... I broke it down for a video that I never put out. I ended up not putting out. If you go back and look at what Morgan says, and I swear there's a deleted scene where Morgan says more stuff You can clearly see what he's saying, and it has nothing to do about the Whisperers. Morgan is saying something specific, and it has nothing to do about the Whisperers. But when he's talking about dead people wearing, people's faces or whatever, I don't know. But I forget what it was now. I remember breaking that down in a video and then thinking no one really cared. But now I wish I made that video. It probably would have had 1 million hits. I remember thinking I'll make that video talking about Enid being a spy. And I was thinking, oh my God, fine, I'll just address it. Yada, yada, yada. And that was one of my... It got like almost 2 million views. I got to go back and look. But I know I stopped counting after like 1.5 million. Maybe people just stopped watching it. But I didn't know that many people were interested in Enid being a spy. I need to do Enid being a spy part 2. Jay Morris, the review guy. Do you think killing Jesus was more of a move to push Tara as the leader of Hilltop or make a big introduction for the Whisperers, like Negan killing Abraham since he was so big and strong? Well, if Maggie is returning, it really doesn't matter what they do leadership-wise. It's just a replacement at the end of the day. However, I feel like this helps put the community on more of eggshells. Think about it. Instead of having their leader and then finding a new villain, what do? Their leader was just killed. They have no leader now. And a villain, a new enemy, is right outside their doorstep. What do? They have Tara, who's been there for, I don't know, a little while. And I mean, do they elect a leader? Who do they elect? Who's going to talk to, what's her name? The Alpha. Maybe it's a way to kind of keep the tension there, trim away some of the characters because it is a growing cast. And it's also a way maybe to move Tara up. But I do have a feeling if Michonne's there, they might have a Michonne or Carol. No, Carol left already. They might have Michonne come face-to-face with Alpha. I'd like to see that, to be honest. If it was a pick between Tara having a talk with Alpha or Michonne, I'm going Michonne all day, any day. And it's not because I have a crush on Michonne. That plays a part of it. Reverend DJ Ferg. Not Ron, Rick, you ding dong. Oh, what would Rick do? I like Ron better. I feel you now. Yeah, what would Rick do makes more sense. Jared Gross Z, $5 dono. Check out the 909 sneak peek. By the way, the name is pronounced Jared Gross. Well, why don't you just spell it with 2 S's, you son of a bitch? Why do you people confuse me? It says G-R-O-S-Z. How the fuck am I supposed to pronounce that? Gross. No, I'm teasing, but seriously though, buy a fucking S. Get rid of that Z, damn it. Thank you very much for the $5 dono. I do appreciate it. I am teasing. Muse Ingenue with a $5 dono. I was referring to your writing course, Ronnie. They used the past as a plot device. Ooh, yeah, let me look up
I'm
Muse
your mother.
Ingenue.
I heard cursing. You watch your mouth, young man.
Can you...
Watch your mouth.
Juliet, who does this look like? If you saw this on screen, what do you think of that? What's your first thought looking at this guy on the screen?
You when you wake up.
That's me when I wake. Okay. If you saw him in person, what would you do? He's standing just like that, looking mad as hell.
I'd be like, want to play some Fortnite?
Get out of here. Just go away. Will you get me the soda and then the...
I'd just be like, well, I know it's not real and I know it'll never
okay,
happen
you
to
ruined,
me, so I don't know.
You ruined the fun. Will you please go get me my soda and the liquor bottle in the fridge, please?
Stop swearing. I'm your mother.
Oh, weirdo. How do you know that was a real conversation between Carol and Michonne? That's got to be a troll comment. Thank you. But how about the Pepsi? What am I supposed to do with this? Where's the Pepsi, bruh? You better not have let that cat get in here.
She's already in there.
Oh, my God. I'm dead, someone said. Beta. You're dead? Well, wake up, brother. Don't die before episode 9. What are you, crazy? Is it possible that Negan doesn't know that Rick died? No, there's no way. 6 years and no Rick, no mention of Rick. Negan's going to ask. There's no way Negan doesn't know. He can't not... What in the... I ask for the Pepsi. She gives me this old-ass glass with some Pepsi in it. Speaking of which, Target in the clearance aisle, I found a bunch of retro Stranger Things glasses. Let me do this without spilling it. Oh, my Lord have mercy. Oh, wow. That was actually the perfect amount of Pepsi. Thank you, buddy. What do you think of the comic TV show reversal? Jesus killed Beta in the comics, and Beta killed Jesus on the show. That wasn't Beta. Spider-Man, yeah, that was not Beta. Beta did not kill Jesus. The guy who killed Jesus is dead. They killed him. I'm not buzzed yet. I will be, probably, maybe. Let me see some drunken Chucky shots. Ronnie's definitely a tad buzzed. I'll drink a shot for that. Father G is teaching Alden to be quite the ladies' man on the show. Yeah. Ah, shit. Out comes the Jack. This will end well. Take it to the head. Your drink, forget Pepsi. Oh, yeah. I like it mixed, you know?
Mouth before I put the liquor eggnog in your mouth.
Oh, my God. Travis Clark with a $20 dono. Joliet, I'm out of oil. Will you get the oil?
Oh, come on. What am I, your slave?
I prefer indentured servant, but okay. What would you... Wait, is that a real thing? Hold on. Indentured servant.
Yes, it is.
Give me that. Indentured servants in colonial Virginia. Indentured servants were men and women who signed a contract, also known as an indenture or a covenant, by which they agreed to work for a certain number of years in exchange for transportation to Virginia, and once they arrived, food, clothing, and shelter. Okay, that was probably a stupid thing to...
Yeah, that was nowhere near what I am.
That's not at all. Travis Clark with a whopping $20 dono supporting the channel like a boss. I'll drink to that. Juliet, I'm going to kill your cat in about 10 seconds.
I'll kill you.
What would you think about Hilda and Midge having their heads on a spike at the border while delivering a message? I'm going to kill her. I will string her up. I will wear that cat's skin as an outfit tomorrow morning. First thing in the morning. I will wake up, be like, Juju, time for school, and I'll have her little teeth and her little skinned head on top of my head.
Her head's way too tight for that.
It is. I'll make it fit. I'll wear it like a little yarmulke. Is that what that's called? Bye, Satan. You're a cutie, though. The cat cuddled with me last night. I hate her guts. She cuddled with me last night. Juliet wasn't here. Oh, Hilda and Midge. Hilda and Midge were the two girls from Georgie's group, her bodyguards, if that's the right word for that. And if they deliver a message, having their heads on spikes would work if it's at the end of the season and we can spill over into season 10 with somehow Georgie. No, we can bring Georgie into the mix even if Maggie's not here. Delivering a message to the hilltop, and that be what brings Georgie's group into the fold as a catalyst for Maggie's return. I think that could work. If they wait and do the heads on a border, and I think they will wait until close to the end of season 9, that will definitely work. Yo, I love the atmosphere with the Whisperers. Oh my fucking god, I love that shit. Oh. I gotta find out a way to get on set somehow as like an extra or something. I want to be a Whisperer. I'm setting some type of goal. I'm gonna go after this live stream. I'm gonna read the book called The Secret, and I'm gonna make that shit happen. I want to be a fucking Whisperer in season 10. What else we got? Hey, where's Travis? Okay, Travis Scott. And then we have Henry. Ronnie, we see Negan going back to the Sanctuary to lead, but do you think we will still see Negan have his Alpha Beta comic storyline? It has to be remixed partially, sure. Just because he's going back doesn't mean it's not going to be mixed up. If you ask me a question, I'll try to get to it. Put at Make a Path Presents, because if you could see on screen, it'll highlight it, and that makes it a lot easier for me to differentiate between the questions that you guys are asking me between the comments you guys are talking to each other about. Ronnie, ever thought about if Michonne would be on the Spike? Nope, haven't crossed my mind. It's possible, yes, but I'm in denial. No. Danny Morales says, how's your hard drive coming along? Here it is. It's sitting here. It's waiting until I have $1,400 and I can have them pull the data off it. I told him I will wait until after the holidays. There's no way I'm doing that before Christmas. It's just not happening. Unless I win the lottery next week, I'm going to wait till January. We'll do that, and then between January and February, all the videos they pull off of that, I'm just going to post them. A lot of them will be raw. You guys will see, because we're making that transition, a lot of raw content on the Ronnie Hayes, and then this channel slowly will stick with the more polished. But every Sunday, we're going to have live streams still. That's not leaving. Alex57, do you think Negan will sit in his cell like in the comics, or will he try to escape? That's tricky. He's either going to bounce. He's either going to bounce and do his own shit, or he's going to show Gabriel that maybe he can spread his legs and go see what's going on and help others. I don't know. But I damn well will have a prediction video coming up about that. I got to think about it a little. In the trailer, I'm fairly sure... Oh, yeah, we're going to watch the trailer in a second. In the trailer, I'm fairly sure that we will see Daryl walking towards a gate to meet with Alpha. So I bet on him doing the talking. That's possible. Yeah, I think the second half might be the fucking bomb. Tyler TS97 with a $5 dono. Thank you very much for that support. What am I supposed to do with this? Drink it straight. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Grayson, do you think we will see Daryl teaming up with Negan to take down Beta, since Daryl is going to get his ass steamrolled by Beta? I would fucking love that. I would love that shit. Negan gets out, Daryl runs into Beta, and Daryl's getting his ass fucking handed to him. But like a good fight, right? Hold on, I just broke shit. And then out of nowhere, fucking Negan comes with Lucille, just crack, and then Beta just eats it, and just fucking lays him out. And then you see Daryl kind of like shocked, like, oh, what, motherfucker, and then he fights Beta. And then finally, they're bleeding, bruised, beating up, both of them, huffing and puffing. Beta gets away somehow, or they get away, or whatever. And Daryl just looks at Negan, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing out of jail? Or just some silly... Because there's no point in, like, get on the ground, tie him up. If they just, like... Because this is one of the predictions that I made in the comic that I never got, and I was fucking tight about it. At the time in the comic, I made this prediction that Negan was getting out at the same time that Rick was going to go face-to-face with Beta, and I was like, yo, imagine how fucking bomb it would be if the Herd comes to Alexandria, Rick is fighting off, he can't do it, Beta's too big, too strong, and then Negan comes to help Rick out, and they whoop his motherfucking ass. And as soon as they get done whooping his ass, Beta's like dead on the ground or beaten on the ground severely. Rick's covered in blood, Negan's covered in blood, and Maggie shows up with her troop, and she ends up shooting Negan. Not killing him, but clapping him, because she sees him there, Rick's bloody, he's bloody, and then Rick has to be like, whoa, no, chill, But I like what they did with Maggie and Negan, have them, kind of patch that over, not kind of, but yeah, kind of. But I still am upset we didn't get that Rick and Negan taking on Beta. I really hope we get Daryl and Beta taking on... Yeah, I said that right. Daryl and Negan taking on Beta. I would love that. Bank of Thunder. Did you ever...
I could finish, some on here, because, it's a YouTube video at the end.
At the end, we'll do that, yeah.
Can I just do it?
If you guys... No. It has to be at the end. If you guys want a Walking Dead Advent calendar, go to thewalkingdeadcollectibles.ticktail.com. They got all these charms in it, like this. We're going to show them off, but all these little charms that relate to the show. And then, don't even joke with that. And then in the end is a bracelet, and you can put it all together in a bracelet. So, back away. All right, what else we got? Bank of Thunder with a $5 dono. Did you read the Tom Payne's Hollywood Reporter exit interview? He was really unhappy with the recent decisions the show has made. No, but I'm going to look that up and read it. We might do that in a little bit. We'll look that up and read it. And yeah, I got to do this. I would love to chit-chat with you, but you're boring. I really need to focus on this. Love you. Go away.
Well, yeah, I do taekwondo.
Taekwondo. Go away, because I want to smoke. Legendary status. I think the first 5 minutes of episode 9 will be flashing back between the graveyard and the group getting back to Hilltop. What do you think? I'm not sure, to be honest. It's possible. So what was the grand total of votes for the Rick figure? I don't know. We didn't. We'll look again. But it was at 158 or 200 the last time I checked. Something like that. Rick Fig. What else was I going to do? Yeah, if I saw a Whisper you showed, I would probably turn around and start running. Hell yeah, I would. Wait, we got to hit the Eric Barassa. I don't know if I'm more mad about Carl or Jesus now. Ooh, yeah, I know there's going to be some people mad about that. And that's the thing. If we got enough scenes prior, it would be like a great exit. Good life, good death. But we had this. Jesus shows up, new world, new beginning, a larger world. And then he kind of just faded into the background with some shit. Why? You know? Necron99 with a $2 dono. Thank you so much for the support. Looks like Magna's group has Michonne's trust now. Yeah, that goes a long way. You know, putting your ass on the line to help them fight a new villain, it goes a long way, and I'm glad they put Magna and her group in the mix there. Jared W. with a $5 dono. I love the random live streams, hoping for more during the season break. Wanted to show some love to the channel. Also, I love Jesus' death scene a lot. Nice. There's someone who loves Jesus' death scene. And thank you much, excuse me. Thank you very, very much for the donations, which you just reminded me. I'm going to check PayPal real quick. There was a couple people in the Matt family that sent in some donations directly to the PayPal. Tina, I don't know if you guys want last names, but Tina and Jeanette, thank you so very much. You guys sent over a couple bucks to the PayPal, and for those interested for that, it's I'm going to keep this. If you send a message, it's like paypal.me, Make a Path Presents, or Ronnie Hayes. To be honest, maybe I should look it up. I think a link's in the chat. If you send a message, I'll try to remember to look at the phone and I'll read your message. But if you want to shoot me a message on here and say that you sent it, I'll read your message. But let's see what else we got. Let's take a break. We're going to go into the trailer for just a minute and look at what's going on here. Let me bring this up. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. All right, so we have the trailer opening up, and this is Lydia right here. Lydia, the new villain on The Walking Dead, or the new, one of the new villains. What else can we see here? Daryl's there, and we got Michonne. Okay, so Jesus is definitely dead, because that's a weird way to carry back your fallen leader, but I guess they don't have a choice. And he's just slumped over there. Hey, chill with that bag, please. All right, we got Dog. Can't miss Dog. Yumiko and Aaron looking sad. Here's Jesus' ass makes it in the frame. He's like, I'm an ass man. What else we got? All right, so here's the funeral for Jesus. That's another thing. Where the hell is Eduardo? Where the fuck is Eduardo? I gotta ask Peter, where the hell is he? Sometimes the actors get a lot of their scenes cut, so it's like tricky. Here's them in the graveyard looking creepy as hell. This looks creepy, man. Yo. Oh, shit. Look at that. Juliet, look at that.
What?
Look at that. What if you went for a walk in the woods and you just saw that? All right? Jeez.
I'd be like,
I'm out.
is that the amputated Slenderman?
And then look at this. They look creepy even in the background.
Ew.
And it has a lot to do with the black...
Oh, no. I did. I'd be like, you're on your own, pal.
Yeah, man.
What
And
would
this...
you if you saw that?
Guys, look at this image, right? Oh, I don't have my hard drive. Son of a bitch. I was going to show you the cover. One of the Walking Dead covers is literally recreated with this image. It's one of the Walking Dead covers. And I'll show it to you. Bear with me 2 seconds. We got to 148, 9. Let's check out 9. Oh, you know what? No, it would be like... What am I doing? What am I doing? Matter of fact, it might be in the 30s. It might be like 36. Yeah, look at this. See this cover? It's issue 136. It's called Found. That cover is recreated on the screen right here. Oh, man. Oh, shit. I love that. So that's a recreation of the cover right there. That is bomb. And then we got Alpha. And that is ripped right from the frickin' comic. If you look at just the stitches and the whispers, and then Alpha here, her outfit. I mean, it's a simple outfit, but it looks exactly like the comic, man. Damn, I can't wait to see Alpha on screen. All right, so we have Daryl with Lydia in the cell. And then, yeah, Daryl is going down to talk to Alpha. And look at the whispers lingering around. Man. Daryl's only got one wing. Just for those who didn't mention it. And this is the fair, I guess. So they are going to go ahead with the fair. That's a little smaller than I expected to see, but hopefully it's just like them setting up. Oh, we got Jerry and we got a cowboy. Who's the cowboy? I would imagine, yeah, that's at the Kingdom. All right, we got Tara. Oh, wait a minute. Is that Magnet in a trench coat? That's different. She looks badass, though. Rosita and Father Gabriel. All right, someone said 40 seconds in, we get old Michonne. Like a flashback Michonne. Siddiq and Michonne. All right, 43. Yeah, oh, shit. And then we got Beta. Daryl fighting him. Yeah, Beta's got to whoop his ass and take his knives. He has to. Those are his signature weapons. And Daryl's got... Look at him. He's getting picked up like a rag doll. Oh, okay. You're right. There's got to be a flashback. That is old Michonne. Ooh, the plot thickens. Because look at it. She's doing some old crazy shit. So what the hell went down? Oh, interesting. And what is that? Oh, that's... It looks like Alpha walking in to something. Something got jacked up. And then here's Negan. You see all the cobwebs. So I'm thinking... Remember, the Sanctuary went bust. And he doesn't have Lucille. He's got a random-ass stick. So the Sanctuary went bust. And he doesn't even have his leather jacket, I don't think. He's just got like a random jacket. That could be his leather jacket. I don't know. Can't really tell from here. It doesn't have that shine. Returns in February. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yo. 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 Yeah, Michonne killed Eduardo.
Eduardo is my friend's name.
What did I tell you about Lion? You don't have any friends. Burn!
Talk about my gay friend.
Too much focus on Henry tonight. Bit of a waste. Only last 5 minutes was interesting. I don't agree with that. We need to set up Henry. I didn't really care for him and the other kids, but they got to get him in the jail cell so they can continue his story with Lydia. Whether you like it or not, we have to focus on Henry and he could grow on us. We don't know. To be honest, if he doesn't grow on us, it's going to be a bit of a waste because essentially they're just saying, this actor couldn't hack it, so let's bring in this other actor and yada, yada, yada. And there could be an age thing. If you look at the age, that could have something to do with it. With the time skip and everything coming up, maybe Carl, the character would have been too old to have him involved with a Lydia character. Now, given they could have just cast a Lydia character a little older, but in a way, you do need a younger Lydia to show how she was raised primarily in this world under their rule, that how her tribe sees the world, which is twisted. So you do need someone who's more younger and more impressionable. She has blood on her face. Yeah, she does. So there was no shot of RJ? What? No. What? Michonne is at the school Oceanside is at. Let me see that again. Michonne is at the school Oceanside. I mean, it's a brick building. It could be. It could be. For sure. And she's got one of her older shirts on. And she's definitely taking a swipe at somebody. She's got like she's got crazy eyes on. She's got these crazy eyes. So yeah, Michonne is definitely, there's something there. There's something there. Johnny Cavano. The cowboy is probably a whisperer sneaking in. That would be awesome. It looked like it was, yeah. The Kingdom, because the fair. Yeah, if it is the fair, then it could be a whisperer sneaking in. That would be cool. They got to show more. In the comic, it was just Alpha. We need more, though. We definitely need more. Everything Geek with a $2 dono. Matt Loyal, thank you very much for that support. I appreciate that. Beta is not a cowboy. No, he's not. There was a cowboy in that shot, though. Do you think the Addie girl at Hilltop will take over the Sophia storyline from the comic with sort of being the other Henry Carl love interest against Lydia? No, I don't think so. I don't think that would play out. Yeah, it does suck they didn't utilize Jesus enough in the show. It sucks for sure. Not again, a cliffhanger. You're either gonna... this is a tricky one, right? Because there's certain cliffhangers you shouldn't do. The Negan one is a perfect example. That never should have gotten made. No way. There's no way you stop a moment right in the middle of it just to rake in more ratings and views in the next one. And cliffhangers are good. There are certain ones that are good, though. A perfect example is the Rick and Morgan coming face to face in season 5. Like, that's a cliffhanger that works, and it works well. There's a lot of other cliffhangers they do that work, and they work well. The cliffhanger with Shane dying and then going into the next episode, that's a cliffhanger that works. There's a lot of cliffhangers in TV. A lot. To say just because it's a cliffhanger you hate it, I don't agree with that at all, because there's so many, and you need them in a way. You want that interest to spill over. What you don't want is you don't want them to turn into gimmicks. And the Negan one was a gimmick. This one I'm fine with because they showcased everything, and we have them in a tough situation where it
continues or spills the story over, where it's not lingering. It doesn't hold that one moment over my head like the Negan thing. Like it puts you in the zone. You're right in the moment. You're immersed in it, and then all of a sudden it takes you out with this gimmicky, oh, guess who gets it type shit, you know? Did you catch the salute to The Great Escape? No, I didn't. To be honest. Are you going to get the whole story with how the Whisperers live and the rules? Are we going to get the whole Oh, we should. We absolutely should. What do we got? Will women take over the show with Daryl being the only prominent male character? Well, I don't think they'll take over the show, but there's definitely, at this time, a lot more main females, it seems, than there are males. Will Negan chop Alpha's head off? I don't know. Again, some of these are tricky because the show should definitely correct some things the comic did wrong. How would you write the season 9 finale if you were AMC? That's tricky, especially in an instant live stream. I mean, I gotta talk about that. Would take me in half an hour to describe, right? First, I gotta come up with how am I supposed to answer that? But in fairness, it really depends on where we end at. I have no idea. Are we going to end with the border heads? Are we going to end after it? Before it? I would imagine we're going to end somewhere around there. So just off the top of my head, I'd end it with the border heads, you know? That'd be one of the last images you saw. And I would love for them to do it in an artistic way where, let's say there's a certain character with a bandana or some type of material, and you see Michonne, and she drops to her knees. There's Daryl there and Carol, and you pan out, and you start seeing the one head on a pole, two heads on a pole, and you keep panning out. And as far as you pan out, the characters grow smaller, and you see more heads after more heads until finally you get to the most revealing head, which is, let's say, King Ezekiel, for example. And you get rid of the music. The music's got to fade. And you're fading out. You panned all the way out. You see this whole line of heads, and you got the characters small right here. You got a whole shot of all of them. And then you just linger on his face for a while. Just linger there. And then you just cue in the sound of the wind and the nature sounds. And in the far distant, you hear crying. And then you have like maybe the ruffle of the feathers from the wind. You got to amp up some of those sound effects and just linger there for a good 30 seconds. And then just cut it off, you know, some shit like that. Now, just to hold in that moment, you know. Do something a little different than zone in on a character and how crushed they are, but zone out and hear their cries in the distance, and then up close and personal, we get an in-our-face look at the actual horrors of the person that was killed, and just the sound effect, I think, in that scene, me as a fan, I think I would enjoy that if it was put together in a similar way. Was supposed to Magna Michonne made an appearance at the end? Was supposed Magna and Michonne made an appearance at the end? Do you mean surprised? Yeah, I was surprised too, if that's what you mean. What else we got? If you're talking to me, at Make a Path Presents, because it highlights it, makes it easier. Bank of Thunder, did you comment on the Rosita comic moment that Negan alluded to her cheating? Yeah, we talked about it. I'm a little skeptical, only simply because it depends on what direction they go, because I don't think it's necessary for the story. In the comic, it fits completely. In this story, okay, I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of, women are the future, girl power crap going on in Hollywood, and even in our culture nowadays, where it's taken a weird turn where it's getting a bit ridiculous, And I don't think they're going to turn Rosita into someone who would cheat on Gabriel. With Eugene and with the comic, I think it definitely fits because, this is a person who wasn't a perfect fit with Eugene. That's an odd couple. And she went outside of that, but she really did have feelings with Eugene. She did feel bad about it. And in the end, as far as we knew, unless she was lying to us, Rosita did grow attached to Eugene, for real, in the comic. In the show, it seems like she really has a thing for Gabriel. I mean, for what little we saw. So it would make her seem like the bad guy. And I'll be honest, I don't think this writing group is going to turn Rosita into the bad guy as a female character in that way. I'll be honest, I don't see them doing it. If they do, I'll be surprised. But in the same strength, I'll kind of wonder why, storyline-wise. Misunderstood with a $20 donation to the channel. I'll drink to that. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Let me read that. Ronnie, you are kicking ass tonight. I don't just like what you do, love it. You are going in-depth, searching online, and expanding the discussion. Keep it up, and thank you. Your like button feels so good. I'm OT being nasty. Listen, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. A part of me before was just like, okay, let me talk and talk and talk and go real fast, and let's keep you entertained, every second. There's another part of me that, like me as a viewer, I would appreciate, falling back, taking a moment to look through the comments, and then maybe look something up. I don't mind, especially on a live stream, if you take a couple seconds to look into something or play a clip or show a clip, look up an image of the comic. There's another part of me, though, that feels like there's people just coming in and they're like, oh, he's looking up something. I'm out of here. I'm bored, So I'm on the fence, Should I do it or shouldn't I? So I do appreciate that some people enjoy that. Besides, I think it's fun. They showed an image that's the cover of the comic, and we were able to look back instead of me just telling you, trust me, it's there. But thank you very much for the donation. The channel thanks you as well. It really, really helps. Ronnie, do you think Ezekiel's head ends up on a pike? I'm mixed. If they're doing the border early in the second half, I don't believe so. I don't feel it. If they do the border head late second half, I feel it then. I think it's possible. And that's simply to give him more screen time and fill out the story. They started a story with Carol and Ezekiel and Henry. To have Ezekiel die soon right now would mess up the flow of that story. I feel like it needs to be later on if they're going to do that. Gavin's Ghost. There definitely has to be some hair blowing in that whisper of wind. Fully convinced it's Carol. Nice. Glad they kept Hearst's beard. Looks better. I agree. You know what? Yo, AMC, or not AMC, but the people who make The Walking Dead, if they listen to my ass, they're probably like, fuck this guy. This son of a bitch cried like a baby because Negan had a beard. Cried like a baby. In the comic, Negan was clean shaven. On the show, he has a beard, and this shithead cries about it. Why the beard? And then we get Beta, who is clean shaven on the show, in the comic, and then in the show, he has a beard, and he's like, fucking love it. Like, this guy can't make up his mind. It fits, I mean, listen, he was clean shaven in the comic, but who knows what he did. We didn't really dive into Beta's story, but having him being grimy and how the actor looks badass with a beard. I can't wait for him to be on show. I can't wait. You guys don't understand. He was my favorite character in Sons of Anarchy. When he died, I stopped watching the show for like 2 weeks or a month or so. I just had to stop. I went back and finished it for sure, but I was so like, I was gutted. And I'm still, when I rewatch Sons of Anarchy, I still feel like they had it set up perfectly to have Jackson Opie as the president and vice president. And there's a huge part of me that really wishes that Kurt Sutter wrote it as that and did the story a little different, because I missed that. All right, anyway, Grome says, Ronnie, where do you think Heath, Sherry, and Dwight are? Well, Heath is traded. We already know that. That's confirmed. Jadis traded Heath, and then Sherry and Dwight are out there somewhere. Slizzle, do you think Jesus was fired from the show? His lack of involvement and obvious weak death from a no-name character seems curious. I think there's something there. There's something odd there to kill Jesus off. early. Something doesn't seem right there. Hi, I'm not sure if you answered this already, but what is your opinion on the X scars? Right now, I think it's an honoring to Rick. Enid is like 20 or 21 now. Yeah, in the show, you can argue that. The actress, I said, I honestly don't believe she's, what, older than 18-ish? When do you think we will get the Whisperer border scene? Right now, I'm guessing the end of Season 9, or towards the end. The Ozark. Should the Whisperers be a persistent threat even as new groups are introduced? That would be cooler than killing them all. I think, yeah, the story, the Whisperers fit best if we still follow them with the fair, the radio, the Commonwealth, as far as making contact, and it's weird. We follow them throughout that. And sprinkled in there is the off and on with the Whisperers being that threat, that outside tribe that they run into and they have problems with. But then eventually they all need to get killed off, I feel. What is the Whisperers' problem with our people? Why do they not like us, want us dead? It's simply about territory. The Whisperers have their territory, and if the people grow, they'll lose territory. If the communities continue to grow and prosper, and if they continue to branch out farther, keep in mind, the Whisperers weren't around. Our group decided to go out farther, expand their borders, and go into uncharted territory. That territory is the Whisperers. They're territorial. They don't want people coming in for a number of different reasons. So what they do is they just kill them and scare them to keep them away. So that's simply what they're doing here. Killing them off, scaring them, whatever. But they don't want them in the territory. Walter White says, there is an article out right now saying he wasn't happy with his character. We're going to have to check that out. Nick Hutchinson with a $5 dono. Just got here, so sorry if you've already covered this, but I'm rewatching the trailer frame by frame, and you can see Beta pick up Daryl. I'm hyped. Yeah, we covered it. Thank you very much for that donation. Absolutely, I cannot wait. Someone said the actress, Enid's actress is 19. Okay, so that's close. That was close. Ronnie, The Great Escape, WW2 movie, Steve McQueen. I know what it is. I know who's in it. I just don't ever remember watching it. While in the Germans' prison camp jail, he played a catch. Oh, he played catch with a glove and a baseball off the wall. Oh, okay. Why am I slurring? I don't know, buddy. I like the wide overhead shots. Hell yeah. Indigo Blue Beauty. Do you think Jesus' death brings the communities together and Michonne agrees to the fair? I think it could help. Yeah, sure. For sure. Jacob McMullen. If the border happens early in the second half, who do you have on Pikes? You're going to have to wait till I get a video up. I have it coming over the break, so it's going to be one of those. If we put out all the content early, we'll have no content for the break. Plus, I need a little bit more time to really think about who I would want to pick. I have about half the border head guessed right now. Do you think Rosita's hooking up with Negan secretly? No. Ronnie, do you think the show's becoming uninteresting now that they're losing important characters like Rick, Maggie, Jesus, over the course of 8 episodes? No, I'm really interested. I think there's definitely a void. There's something missing with Rick and Maggie gone. There's something missing for sure. But I'm not completely out of the show. Bali TM? My guess is that we get Ezekiel, Rosita, Nibula, Luke, and some random Char in the Spike border scene. Thoughts? I don't know who Nabila is. But I agree with that. I don't know who Nabla is, though. Do you think Henry and Lydia are going to... Bang. Yeah. Zombie of the Night. Is Father Gabriel pouring the Bisquick? Oh, yeah. Big time. Travis says, hypothetically speaking, is there any way you could write C. Beta living after the Whispers, or does he have to die? Oh, he has to die. And this is coming from somebody who doesn't want, Ryan Hurst off the show. Now that he's on the show, I don't want him off the show. But he's got to die. Kevin Thorne with a $5 donation. Do you think Dwight grabbed Lucille after the war last season and has it with him? I don't know, to be honest. I don't think Dwight has it. Dwight was taken out to the woods and let go by Daryl, and I think if he had it, it wouldn't make any sense. He thought he was going out to die. I mean, I don't think Dwight has it, no. I think Michonne stashed it somewhere. Or maybe Rick did, or somebody. Lisa says maybe they already disrespected the Whispers years ago with the showdown. Last season they gave a chance, but the communities kept disrespecting. It's possible there was a past, but me personally, I think it's just simply territory. What if the Whispers group, our group to the communities? Wait, what? What if the Whispers follow our group to the Commonwealth and we get a No Way Out 2, but in a big city filled with defenseless civilians instead of our strong survivors that stand a chance? I would have to say no to that simply because there's not enough budget, and to get something like that with a city of people we don't even care about, I think the budget could be put towards having the Whispers attack our communities full of people we know. Just because we know a lot of survivors and fighters, there's still a lot of just regular people like Earl and shit like that. So you would get that effect with a community we're already connected to. iPro has. How long do you think the Whispers will be on the show? Definitely season 9 and season 10. Who doesn't agree? Spin, is that me? What do you think about Tara and Magna hooking up? And they kill the Asian chick and she gets spiked. I mean, it could work, sure. I don't know why you would. I guess it could work, sure. I mean, I personally don't care. It doesn't care if Magna's with Yumiko or Tara. I personally don't care either way. Muse Ingenue. Madison is not alpha. She would go back to her daughter and son if she was still alive. Nick died. Oh, yeah, Madison is not alpha. We already know who alpha is. It's Samantha Morton. Bank of Thunder with a $5 dono. I think you missed my last super chat and Regan Pinto's super chat. Oh, let me check. Oh, I'm sorry, Meowcat Bissy. See, thank you very much. I'm sorry you had to throw a dono for me to get it. I'll open it now. Let me check and see if I missed some of these super chats. Wait, what did I do? Regan Pinto. Don't think my super chat was read. All right, let me back up here. Did I skip 2 of your super chats? How is that possible? Regan Pinto. Why do you think Michonne has been so cautious and guarded? Not sure how I feel about her interactions with Carol at the hilltop. Well, at first I was thinking it was simply with Rick and Michonne blocked herself off and was overprotective and stubborn. But now I'm thinking there was something that happened, especially after this episode and the flashback scene we get in the trailer. Michonne had to have killed somebody or something. There was something happened that really caused a rift between the communities. And I don't know. So it's something in the past. That's my answer for sure. Ooh. Oh, okay. Kyle B. Finally a cliffhanger done right. Thank you for the $2, brother. Bank of Thunder. Oh, wait, what? Bank of Thunder with a $5 donation. Could that flashback of Michonne be her killing Oceanside? She reacts to the coup against Rick and starts the X war. That explains why Tara hates her. You know what? I like the idea of an execution. However, didn't somebody say Beatrice's name, she was one person who executed them. So maybe if but then again, how does executing Oceanside and letting Negan live make sense? How does executing Oceanside and no, I at first I liked the idea, but now I'm thinking about it. They're gonna have to explain that with some real shit. Because imagine, maybe that's why Maggie left. She's like, yo, you whack bitch. Negan did what he did and you kept him alive. Oceanside got justified revenge and you killed him. I don't know. That'd be a tough pill to swallow. They would have to really explain that. Yeah, I don't know if I buy that. It's good though. It had me thinking at first, ooh, now we got some, you know. Daniel Fernandez with a $2 dono. Fog and slow-mo was too much. Great episode though. Nah, I love the fog. The slow-mo could have been tweaked a bit. I didn't mind it. Absolutely not. Especially because of how it played out. They wanted that effect of the slow-mo kills and then the slow-mo, ooh, the zombie ducks. Part of me wonders what that would look like in fast speed. I might have preferred that, to be honest, but I get why they did it in slow-mo. It's not meaning you don't get it. I'm just saying I get it. Like, I understand, and I'm like, I'm not really hating against it. Austin Royale with a $2 dono. Ronnie, Beta looks terrifying. Also love your videos. Thank you very much for the support. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Daniel Fernandez, biggest problem with tonight's episode? Question mark. Love you, by the way, or BB. Thank you very much for the support. Love you too. And my biggest problem with the episode, not enough of what we loved at the end with the group and the whispers and the zombies, and a little too much scenes between other people. I think they could have trimmed out a touch of just the boring shit and had a lot of the more atmospheric shit. Regan Pinto, don't think my super chat was read. I just caught up to that. Sorry about that. Trying again, LOL. Why do you think Michonne has been so guarded and cautious? Her interactions seem off. All right, yeah, we went through that. You guys put your thoughts and opinions down below. Why do you think Michonne is so touched? Nick Hutchinson with a $5. Okay, we covered that one. We covered that. Dwight having Lucille. I don't think he does. Daniel Hernandez. We covered that one. Wait, Bank of Thunder. Did we get you? Okay, we got you. And then Meowcat Bissy said, check PayPal. I'm doing that now. Tarquin James with a $2 dono. Do you think Beta will talk Daryl's knives? Okay, he'll take Daryl's knives is what you mean. You said talk. Yes, absolutely. That was one of my predictions early on, and I'm sticking with it, especially after seeing that trailer. Kyle B with a $5 dono. It was heartbreaking to see Michonne smile at Carol and Carol just turn around. Michonne was like, damn, I fucked up. Yeah, I like that part a lot for sure. Let's check. I gotta get some soda. How much time we got? Oh, wow. I did not know. I was having so much fun discussing this bomb-ass shit going on. Meowcat Bissy with a $5 dono. With a $25 dono says, Jesus slumped over on horseback is really sad to see. Holy shit. Hold on. PayPal cut your thing off. There's a ton of tragic and gruesome stuff on this show, but man, that kind of got me. Yeah, that's I agree with you there, because he's just like slumped. They're dead. They're chilling. There's no honorable ceremony to bring them back. What are you going to do? You have a horse, you throw the body over and carry him into town. My mom had no idea about the Whispers and was enthralled by the evolving walkers. My dad knows of the Whispers, but he didn't know they were going to adapt them to TV, so he wasn't sure if he was seeing the Whispers or not. The reveal was exciting for those of us who knew and those of us who didn't. That foggy graveyard was an awesome setting. Also, that cowboy in the teaser/trailer is Luke. Dummy. Wait, that's Luke? Really? Hold on. I'm going to have to verify that. Oh, wait, that would make sense if he's wearing Magnus trench coat. I gotta stop drinking when I do these. Wait, where the fuck is the cowboy? Okay, there's Luke. You guys can see what I see. Here's Luke. There's Luke. Okay. And then we have the cowboy here. Nope, I'm going to have to say I don't think that's Luke. I really don't think that's Luke. Beta looks fucking terrifying, by the way. I agree with that, though. Yes, he does. Also, my birthday is on Saturday. Let's celebrate. What's our plan? Well, one of us got to get a plane ticket to the other coast. That's for starters. Birthday on Saturday. What is today? Oh, we got a whole week to plan for that shit. But yeah, a plane ticket is in the is necessary. As far as the cowboy, it could be just the angle throwing me off, or it could be something else throwing me off. I don't know what it could be. Oh wait, you guys can't even see me. I'm fucking stupid. I'm holding up the thing. I'm like, it could be the thing throwing me off. Yeah, that, I don't know. That doesn't look like Luke in that with that angle. Thank you very much for the dono. Let me double check with PayPal. Make sure. Okay, yeah. Just make sure no one else sent anything in. I don't want to miss anybody. I was really confused about Michonne and Carol's convo. What children did Michonne and Carol lose? Well, Michonne lost her son, Andre, I think his name was, and Carol lost Sophia. Andre and Sophia, does Carol even know about Andre? Oh, yeah. Keep in mind, we find out about things, and there's most likely conversation going on with the characters off screen. So there's a massive chance that Michonne talked about Andre and stuff like that. So I am going to get Pepsi, though. I'm going to put Julia in the chair for a couple minutes. She's going to open up some of the Advent calendar.
I'll open up two.
All right, it's the Walking Dead Advent Calendar. It's made by a Matt member. Like I said, he's got a shop on the collectibledead.ticktail. She's going to be the intermission while I go get a Pepsi.
And also, I have something to say to you as he go gets a Pepsi.
What do you have to say?
You'll
I'm going to go
see.
get a Pepsi.
They'll probably spam you with it, but...
No,
Okay.
no, give my jacket.
Okay, guys. So, let's open one. No, I like talking like that. Okay. Let's open 20. Just kidding. Let's open one. I'm just... Okay, let's open 20.
I don't know all about it. Why did I put this table here? I'm a dummy.
What the? 20's not even candy. Okay. And also, subscribe to me on subscribe to me on YouTube, Typical Juju. And if you want, you can friend me on Fortnite. It's Julia Hayes, my first name and my middle name. Julia Hayes. Please friend me. Okay. And I will be live streaming soon on my channel if you're already subscribed. But here's the first thing. Oops. Here's the first thing. Let's see. Ooh, this looks like a revolver that they took away from Fortnite. Looks like the 6-shooter. Don't ask why I know that. Yeah, it looks like a 6-shooter. So that's pretty cool. And then one more. We could do one more. What the? There's a secret candy hidden. Okay. Weird.
Camera's over here, genius. What are you doing?
I know. I've been doing that the whole time. We'll do 21. 21. So the sour candies that you don't care. But kind of did all the stuff you do care about. Handcuffs.
The handcuffs?
Yep. Okay, guys.
What number did you take that out of? 21?
12. There is no 20.
12? Rick's cuffs. Those are Rick's handcuffs.
Okay, so these, and there was a revolver at.
Yeah, that's Rick's revolver.
Okay, yeah, I think it was out of like 2 or so. So here are the handcuffs. I can use these for my LPS. Ooh, look at my. They're like, you too ugly.
Wow, did they really fall down the hole?
Uh-huh.
Wow, she lost them. There's a hole in the table. She lost them in the hole.
Okay. Sour. And then secretly sticking them to my dad's gangster.
What did you
Okay,
whisper?
anyway, nothing.
Little turd.
For them only. Did you even hear it?
Yeah, I'll put the link. I have it. I'll put the
Okay, I
link
opened
in the
18.
chat. Tell them I'm putting the link in the chat.
For what?
The calendar.
Okay, now I'm opening a telephone, and this was number 18. There's another one. This was number 18.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the collectibles. The collectible dead.
Yep.
Oh my god, I screwed that up. The collectible dead, yo. It's
this out. There's like nothing in some.
well, that's because we opened a bunch the other night.
Why would you close them back the same way they've been opened?
To take a picture for the thumbnail of the video.
That's dumb. I've been opening them and I'll be like,
Oh, well, hurry up because we gotta close this out.
okay. Eat. Okay.
Yeet.
Don't forget to subscribe to me on Fortnite, Julia Hayes, so we can play some duos and win some.
Get those W's. Give me
Yeah.
those toes.
And maybe. Okay, so here's a sword. It was number 21. 21. 21.
Look at that phone.
I already showed them.
That's Michonne's katana.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No wonder. Let's do one more. It'll be 23. Last one. Ooh, I love that
What
one.
is that?
I'm using this for my LPS.
What is that? I want to see that. Hurry up. Maybe that's Michonne's katana.
Yeah, this is what.
Oh, that's
What are
awesome.
those?
That's like a
What are
knife. Okay, so
those?
that's like a knife.
What are those?
But look, she's got Michonne's katana. This looks awesome. I think this is
was
my favorite.
Michonne's face.
Yeah?
Okay, ready?
This is my favorite so far.
Look
Look at that.
What are those?
Look at that. I like that. Let me see it. Look at the handle, too.
Can I read the super chat?
Yeah. Well, you can't see. It's too blurry, but...
Yes, I can. It's right here.
No, I'm talking about them.
Oh.
The handle. Try and get close. Yeah, see the handle? I like that. Yeah, that's my favorite. I'm gonna have him hang
Is
it
that
up
his name for the
behind the
thing?
monitor.
So I know what to say.
D-Man.
Hey, I was gonna
Sorry,
say
go
it.
ahead.
Okay, D-Man, thank you for $10. It's all wolves all over again. Keep up the great work. Yeah.
All right, get going.
I'm the drama of everything. Don't forget to subscribe to me on Fortnite, Julia Hayes. And yeah.
See you later. You can do a live stream later. Anyone want to see Juliet do a live stream?
Yes.
Her own
Comment.
live stream?
Comment 1 in the chat if you do. Comment 1 in the chat if you do.
Maybe,
Put 1 in the chat if you want to see me do a live stream.
for those
in the
interested,
chat.
Juliet will do her own hosted live stream in a little bit.
Put 1 in the chat.
It says
if you
out
want
of
me to do
stock.
it.
No, the chocolate is out of stock. You got to click. Chocolate. Let me back it up. There's 2 of them. There's chocolate and something else, but the chocolate one is out of stock.
Chocolate and vanilla.
Hold on. I'll look again.
I better be seeing 1 spammed in the chat.
Let me see what I did here. Let me see. All right.
Spam.
Yeah. All right. Hold on, honey. Hold on.
Okay, sorry.
If you go to Collectible Dead.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, right here. The Walking Dead Charm Bracelet
WD.
Advent Calendar. It looks just like... Oh, that's neat. It looks just like the one I received. The chocolate ones have a different image. So I'll put it in the chat right now. And this is the one that's in stock.
Yes, you see all those ones.
Right here. It'll be from what it looks like on screen. It says there's only one available. That can't be right. I don't know why he would send me one to review if there wasn't like a handful available. Yeah, there's got to be more available. I'll have to ask him.
Maybe more people are selling them.
Maybe he even sold out from the... Because we showed this off last live stream. He might have even sold out since then. I really thought... whatever. But it's the same one I'm holding here. That link I just put in the chat. It's the same. Maybe he already sold out from the last time I showed it off. But I told him... Because he asked me ahead of time. I won't just show everyone's stuff off. But... he had asked me, and I thought it was a neat idea, to be honest, for the community. So I told him, I said, yeah, send it down. I'll show it off because it sounded like a neat idea. And this is my favorite right here for sure. Michonne's katana. And what are you doing? Is that a gun? Do you have a gun to my head? Good girl.
See all those ones?
Yeah, I see those ones.
Spam one. Julia Hayes, her epic username.
That guy
yes,
jacked me a shirt. I don't know what that means. Juliet Hayes, her epic username, question mark. Oh, it's Juliet Hayes.
Yeah. Except
it's just Juliet Hayes.
Yeah, just Julia Hayes regularly.
Yeah, it's a capital J, the rest underline, or, whatever. J and H is capital, but it's one
Hayes.
word. Juliet Hayes. Just like you would write it in a... just like you would write it down. Yeah, Michonne's katana is my favorite. It's the biggest. It's a different color than everything else. Everything is silver. Michonne's katana is like a pewter. That's a funny word, pewter. No, we already know. There's people that want. Captain Caveman spammed a 2. He doesn't want your live stream.
You know what? Well, you're kicked out of the stream. 5, 4.
You want to ban him? We can ban him right now.
Yes,
no, we're
please.
not going to ban him. We could time him out.
Yes, do it. Time him out.
We'll let him go. Next time, do as Juliet says.
Yeah. Spam ones in chat, or else.
Do I believe Jesus is really dead? Unfortunately, yes, I do. Oh, hold on. We got a couple. All right, honey. Let me read these. Necron99, Overkill's The Walking Dead comes out February 6th, 4 days before show. Nice. I'm probably not getting it, though. I will get Overkill and play it on the channel when the price drops. Or maybe if they send a review code or something like that. But I doubt they will because I've been critical of it simply because I disagree with their advertisement. And then once it came out, even by the looks of it, I accepted that. I knew it was a first-person shooter, so I knew it wasn't going to look like the cinematic trailers. However, I seen it. However, just the simple fact of what they have you do for missions, it doesn't sound interesting to me. Drop us in this world and let us go and do our shit. I don't want to. I don't want. It just doesn't sound fun. But I will give it a shot when the price drops to like $20. Bank of Thunder with a $5 dono. I just had a thought. What if Michonne killed Oceanside and that's how Jed got the Oceanside gear? Really digging her reaction to leading to the X's. Well, that's different than if she did a public execution. However, it's been 6 years, and if she executed them, their gear would be worthless. If they're sitting out in the field for 6 years, their gear would just be worthless. And Carol and them wouldn't... It has to be gear from people they've been knowing over the time skip and seeing them with. It can't just be like, Rick died, she finds out, she kills them. 6 years later, Carol's like, oh, I recognize that from 6 years ago. I don't know. I don't know. There could be something there for sure, but again, some of it is out of place, and I'm just not biting yet. But there could be something there. D-Man with a $10 dono. Thank you very much for that. Juliet read your comment, but I'm just saying thank you again. Trevor with a $5 dono. Hey, Ron, just finished the episode. Is it safe to say that Angela Kang has saved The Walking Dead? Love that episode. The whispers are way more scary in the show. Yo, they are. Oh, my God. I love it. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm contacting AMC personally. I'm not sure. Trust me. I know that doesn't matter. I know it doesn't matter at all. But I'm personally going out of my way to contact AMC or start some type of petition for somebody or some people anywhere.
How do I spell put?
PUT, to get McFarlane Toys to either do the Walking Dead line with articulation and to finally make characters that we want and stop making just Daryl's only, or just please take the license from McFarlane Toys and give it to NECA or somebody that will actually do it the way it needs to be done, because this is ridiculous. There's so much cool shit visually we could be getting, but nothing. Bank of Thunder said, wait, I missed your last super chat again? Wait, you missed my last super chat when you went to get your Pepsi. Oh, all right, yeah, I'm going to go back up in a second to double check. Could we get your reaction to the Tom Paine article before the end of the stream? Yeah, we're going to be ending soon, so let me do that reaction. Hold on, honey. Hold on. There. You can't... Yeah, after this, stop now, because you can't do that and this at the same time. So you got to do the comment and then give it a rest. I'm looking up the article now. We're going to go through that article. You said it's the Hollywood Reporter. Do you think Daryl gave the scar on his eye to himself for Glenn? It's the same eye that popped out? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. And Ronnie, you're right. The guy in the cowboy hat is definitely not Luke. We're thinking it's Agnes Sampson from the Insidious franchise. Bearded guy who helped Ellis. I don't know Insidious, but I'll take your word for it. I don't think it's Luke. It doesn't look like him. And Ronnie, do you think it will give Ezekiel Andrea's death from the comic book and give his death to... do you think Andrea's death from someone else? Keep up the great work, and you pronounce my name as Asia. Oh, okay, Asia. That's easy. It's definitely possible. It definitely is.
You're banned.
Juliet said put a 1 in. Look, here's Caveman again with a 3. Like Danny wants a bunch of live streams from you. And Allison with a 10. That's either really good or really bad. Bobby with a 14. Okay, enough of that now. Those who want a live stream from you will get one over this break. Ronnie, do you think the letter from Carl to Negan will play a role in who he chooses to become? It's possible they can bring that back, but I doubt it. He's already headed, in a certain direction, I think. Especially after the Maggie stuff, I think he's headed in a different path than before. All right, let's pull up this article. You guys can see it with me. Tom Paine, and what is that? Tom Paine height. Why would that come up? Tom Paine news. Hollywood Reporter gets candid about his exit.
Hey, Dad. You know that guy that created the default dance?
Yeah.
In that television?
Yeah.
He's mad because he's not getting, royalty or respect about it.
Yeah, I don't care.
That's why Epic Games is thinking about removing the default dance.
All right. I don't think... All right. Walking Dead star gets candid about his exit. It was constant frustration. Oh, yikes. I spent a long time hoping my character was going to have more to do. The outgoing series regular tells The Hollywood Reporter about the reasons behind the shocking mid-season finale death. For the Walking Dead comic book readers and show-only viewers alike, Sundays, yada yada yada.
Which one is mine?
Honey, I need you to relax. Yours is the open one. Now I need you to chill a moment. I'm reading down here to see where it gets to what he says. I don't care what the guy says. I want to know what Tom Paine says. All right, this is Tom Paine and he says, I know people will be disappointed and shocked, but I'm happy. How did Tom Payne's The Walking Dead exit come together? What are some of the biggest missed opportunities with the character? Okay, so this fucking build-up and hype. This is why people go to YouTube and they stop reading your articles. Hollywood Reporter, and I even like the Hollywood Reporter, especially for exclusive shit and information. The lead-in, the build-up, we don't want you to fluff the article. All this shit right here. How did Tom Payne's Walking Dead exit come together? People skip this just to get done with your bullshit. You're not hooking us in for, oh, this is everything he's gonna talk about. No, shut the fuck up and just get to the article. Anyway, how are you feeling about this? The Secret now out in the open. I'm excited for everyone to see it. Just wanted to be a part of telling a good story that shocks people. That's what the show has been about for me. When they came to me with the idea, I said, as long as it's a really cool moment, let's do it. I know a lot of people are going to be bummed about it, but I've been bummed for the last 2 years that the character hasn't gotten as much cool stuff on the show as he has in the comics. They gave me a really cool ending, and I'm happy with it. Listen, yeah, he had a cool ending, and it's exactly what I've been saying this whole time. You better not be opening that, bro. I'm telling you right now.
I'm putting everything back.
He had a really awesome exit, but the last 2 years, what they had his character do, especially after season 6, he's right on the money. He should have had more. I mean, he's right on the money. Honey, you have everything in that box already. You have it. There's nothing you need out of that box. What?
Where is it? It was all stuck.
It's in the closet. Give me a minute and I'll get it. I'm so sick of vacuuming around those little pieces. I'll give you your stuff, but you gotta learn to pick up your stuff, or else next time I'll just vacuum them up. Because I'm a savage.
This closet?
Sorry, I had a cough. All right. Was it your choice to leave The Walking Dead, or was this decision from the writers? ? They were aware I wouldn't be unhappy if they got rid of me. I expressed unhappiness last season. I was very frustrated with what the character had been doing. He arrived in a very cool way, and then he floundered at the hilltop. During the war with the Saviors, the only person he had a fight with was a man who was on his side, Lenny James Morgan. In the comics, he has this massive fight with Negan. He catches a grenade and throws it back. He's the most capable member of his entire group, and he wasn't used at all on the show. In the background, I was training every single week. I was ready and raring to go. You can't help but feel a little bit despondent when you're not released to do some cool stuff. It was mutual, and they knew I would be okay with it. It's an amazing show, and I was honored to be a part of it, but at the same time, being the same character without anything fun to do is a bit frustrating. Yo, I love that I love Tom Payne. I'm fucking supporting him in his next project 110%. There's a lot of actors, and you know they're just full of shit. They're just saying, I love it all, I love everybody, because they're so damn afraid of pissing somebody in the industry off. I fucking love this man. I am supporting the shit out of his very next project. I mean, I'm going to look it up after this live stream. Whatever Tom Payne does, I'm going to make sure I follow him on Twitter or wherever the fuck he goes. I want to fucking sit down with him. I want to interview him. I'm going to hunt him down even if he doesn't want to. I will harass him. I'm doing it. I fucking love him for this. He is right, 110%. AMC and the writers as a whole, and listen, Angela Kang, she's doing a fabulous job. Angela Kang, Scott Gimple, AMC, everyone creatively behind the scenes who was responsible for this should bow their heads in fucking shame for allowing this shit to happen. Daryl, and I love Norman Reedus, don't get me wrong, he could come in and steal scenes from Abraham, Tyrese, Jesus, you motherfucking name it. He can come in, swoop in, and steal those fucking scenes. But God for fucking bid, they give Jesus, a martial arts ass-kicking, one of the most known, recognizable, one of the fan favorites from the comic books, but the most recognizable, well-liked, most known characters from the Hilltop. The next and only the first big community we saw outside of Alexandria. And what do they do with them? Fucking nothing. What? Anyway, when the call came... Wait, where are we at? When the call came, Angela Kang was surprised how laid back I was about it. Laughs. It was the first time she's ever made that call to tell an actor about their character's impending death. Andy and Lauren's deals had been worked out before, so this was the first time. She called and told me, and I said, yeah, as long as it's cool, a cool ending, because this character really is such a strong character. It would have been a ton of people, whatever. It would have to be a ton of people or a real surprise in order for him to die, which is what it ended up being. I wanted to make sure we were telling a story that surprises the audience. That's what the show is all about being. I wanted to make sure we were telling a story that surprised the audience. Wait, why did I read that twice? No one is safe. It sets up the Whispers in a great way. It was a mutual thing, and I was really happy about it. The whole episode, I had this huge smile on my face. I kept thinking, this is so fun. This is what I wanted to be doing. I felt like Jesus was feeling. Jesus has been cooped up at the hilltop for 2 years, and he wants to get out and do shit. It may have gotten him killed in the end, but at least he got into a fight with his sword. Fucking amen. The whole episode told such a great story. I was happy to tell that story. This is what the show's about, and I just wanted to be a part of that. You want to be a part of the shocking sequences. I ended up being very lucky in the end. I got introduced to you to this. I got to introduce you to the Saviors, and now I'm introducing you to the Whispers. It's been a pivotal moment for the show. What else did I say? And yet the great irony is you're leaving The Walking Dead just as you're getting into so many elements from the comics that define Jesus. The sword, the top knit, the ninja gear. That was the main reason why I was bummed to leave after episodes 7 and 8. I was getting to work with so many different actors in my final episodes like Josh, Ross, and Norman. It was fun. I love this stuff with Ross this season. I think it's unfair to the audience to tease that Aaron and Jesus relationship. I agree. But it's also great that we have it in there. I'm happy they did that. I did think it would be fun to stay on the show a little bit longer, but only if I got to act with everyone. I only had that episode, and then I had to go back to the hilltop. I would have hated my life. And that's essentially what happened. He showed up on the scene, they did their moment, yada, 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 and then he fucking disappears from the story forever. And then when we see him again, it's just little bits and pieces here and there. He doesn't really do shit. And I think they just talk about the relationship here. Oh yeah, and this is why it's a perspective thing, because this bit right here is a great thing. I like that they had a friendship. He's talking about Aaron and Jesus, but I felt a further relationship wasn't necessarily required. I thought it would have been a bit lazy. Here are two gay characters. They should get together. And in reality, it is. It's cool that they did what they did, but somebody who is just like, let's say like a blindsided SJW might just say, they're gay, put them together. Boom. You need them together. And no, they might even go out with picket signs. And I'm talking about the crazies. You could be an SJW and be, normal. There are people out there who are like that. But the crazies, on whatever side you're on, they will say shit like that. And if you disagree with them, you're a bigot and a piece of shit, which gets ridiculous. But I agree with them here. That is lazy. They're gay, they get together. Boom. But what they did on the show, at least how they did it on the show, was tasteful. Now, in the comics, it's a little bit different because you get more time, for the characters to get to know each other, and then, time skips and yada, yada, yada. But not only is Jesus iconic Walking Dead character, he's also an iconic gay character, and yada, yada, yada. So there's more. They go and talk about the gay community and interest in reprising Jesus at the point down the lines. How are they going to do that? Oh, the time skip. Yeah, he says he would do it if there's good material. I agree with that. And they had a death dinner. You guys could read the rest of the article, I imagine, if you're interested. Actually, this part is sad. I loved the character, he said. Well, the question was, what was the hardest part about saying goodbye to Jesus? He said, I loved the character. It's sad to say goodbye to the character, but there was just so much potential in the character that wasn't realized. I was frustrated by that and wished we had explored it further. I wasn't sad to say goodbye to that frustration. It was constant. I had been training for 2 years. I was so prepared for this character and what he was capable of. There was just lots of unrealized potential. That was just frustrating for me. When we finally showed off this year what he was able to do, that was great. I have no wish to go back to being frustrated by a character or laughs. It's really just a part of being on an ongoing series. You are constantly hoping the next episode you get something will happen for you. You're on the edge of your seat all the time. You're pressing your hands together hoping that something cool will turn up. You can only do that for so long. I'm looking forward to doing something that now has a beginning, a middle, and an end so I can see the character in front of me. I spent a long time hoping my character was going to have more to do. I was happy to have a great beginning and a great bit in the middle with Lenny and yada yada. All right, I do want to say something here. This is something that I'm going to save that article because I do want to go back and read that article in full. But this is something when I'm putting together my comic Doomsday Kingdom and when I'm writing it, I always try to make sure I'm aware of this because it's a pet peeve of mine in a big way. And I don't know what to call it, but in my mind I call it the leads are takeovers. They're conquerors. So it would be like the conquering lead syndrome. And writers have this type of writing where every time a lead enters the story or a new place, they conquer. And even Robert Kirkman is guilty of this. And obviously it's because we follow Rick Grimes. He's the leader. So when he goes to Alexandria, he conquers. He becomes the leader. Either the leader gives up or the leader dies and he takes over. It will happen no matter what because Rick is the leader. He's our leader. So he's always going to be the leader until he gets to a place where it gets either so big or the story just continually is him taking over. In a lot of places we see that in movies and TV, and I have a problem with that. And not all the with every time, but with a lot of the times, just because it's our leader in a group and it's our leader who we follow and it's our lead character, they can't keep conquering everything they walk into. You get Maggie going to the hilltop. She's our character that we've been following, but what happens? She immediately takes over. She's immediately well-liked. She takes over and is the leader. And then people who have been there forever, like Jesus, they fall back into the background. They're just like yada, yada, yada. In the comic, it works because Jesus is the support, like, oh, you're the replacement. But Jesus is that lingering support. He's still there. You know, he has that connection with the community and whoop-de-whoop. So when I'm writing my story, I have in Doomsday Kingdom, one of the lead characters, one of the leads is a bartender. And he gets into a situation where, you know, he might be looked up to by people in his little clique, but he is not the leader. They'll get into a group where there is a leader. There's a completely solid leader. He's not the leader. And I think that comes out of a pet peeve of mine where your lead character needs to be the leader. And that's not always the case. And it is a little mixed up because he does lead because, you know, he sees things that he thinks should be done a certain way. But there are leaders. And it's not like you get to a community, he instantly takes over because he's the leader. And I think that Jesus having that connection to the hilltop and Maggie being gone, it is a damn shame to just chop him out. And I don't know. I'm going to get to the Interval. ACI Comics says this show is crap now. I disagree with that. Yeah, I will be mad if Morgan dies on Fear. Let me double check the super chats to see what I missed while we were going over that article. And then we're going to try to close it out because we hit that 2-hour mark. We did twice as long as we should have went. Oh, we didn't miss any super chats. Okay, Caroline C. We have a super chat here. $20 donation. Oh, where is my... Oh, there it is. Hooking it up big time tonight. Caroline C., what plot line are you looking forward to most in the second half of Season 9? Also, hope you added some Jack to that Pepsi just now. Thanks for always rocking my Sundays. I did. I left the Jack in the kitchen, but I did. I got some fresh cold Pepsi with some Jack in it. And Jack was lovely. Jack Daniels himself was lovely enough to give me this little, I forget what it's called, glass. It says charcoal, melon? It's got Tennessee whiskey on it. Can you see that? And I got rocks for ice right there. I love that. What plot line am I looking forward to most in the second half? How and what the Whisperers plan to do with our survivors. Meaning, what is it simply territory, alpha? Like, what is she going to do? I think that's the main thing I'm looking forward to the most. Anything at all, be honest, surrounding the Whisperers, I am hyped about. I think visually, it's a trifecta, man. I mean, visually, they look creepy. And to hear them, the sounds, the gurgling of walkers with the subtle whisper of them talking, oh my God, man. Yo, it's so cool. So anything surrounding the Whispers. But I think specifically, the plot point is them dealing with... Now, if we can look for certain moments, I'm looking for that big death. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for that big death that's going to lead us into the next season. And I really think it is one that's going to lead us into the next season, because I don't see them blowing through the Whispers that fast. There's a lot of ground to cover. Let's get some last questions here. I agree, it's a pet peeve of mine too. Meow cat Bissy. I'll message you. Jesus should have been a top 5 character in the show. Yeah, he should. He should have had some kick-ass shit happening. I feel like we've lost so many people since Negan was introduced. It's a shame. What do you think of season 5 of Fear will be about? To be honest, no offense. I know you're excited and you're asking, but I don't care. I'm done with Fear. I'm so done with Fear. It's not even funny. Ronnie, shouldn't Whisperers need zombie guts on them so walkers don't just turn on them? No. Here's the thing is, this is a little bit tricky, but the idea is, same thing for Michonne. Derek, that's the best way to describe it. Michonne took walkers. Remember when she was at the prison? She took 2 walkers, and she didn't have any blood or guts. She didn't have her cloak covering her body. And that's because in this world, it's the attention. It's walkers. It's not just smelling you. Because when walkers are in a herd of walkers, all they smell are themselves, are other walkers. It's that stink, that rot, gross stink. So if you are behind 2 walkers, or you're in with 2 walkers, and you're not an attraction, or you don't get their attention, then you can slip in and maintain that. If you're moving around like walkers, you're not talking, you don't cause them to look at you, you don't get their attention. It's like camouflage. Because they're smelling other walkers. In that massive herd, it's one big cloud of stank, you know? So they don't need guts, they don't need blood. They put the walker outfit on them, they don that look. They probably don't even need that, you know? But it's about sneaking in and not creating attention to them and riding that wave of stink where they just hide in there. Now, if you were to have that gear on and you started yelling, they'd eat the fuck out of you because you'd get their attention. Or if you started doing some other shit, you know, fighting or falling down or whatever, because you'd get their attention. So that's a tricky part that isn't so cut and dry. But after reading the comic for so long and then looking at everything going on, you start to pick up on some of these little things. So yeah, they can, in a way. It's, I guess you could say they could smell you, but in a way, it's just simply you riding the wave of that stink. You know, the camo being hidden under the stink of walkers, under zombies. Jose Zapita says, "Why can't you admit that The Walking Dead is really terrible?" Because I don't think it's really terrible. 7 and 8 had a lot of rough shit in there. Absolutely. Season 9 is kicking ass. It's just kicking ass. Why can't you admit that? Hold on, I'll check that PayPal. Someone said, Ronnie, read the chat addressed to Steven guy. Who's Steven? I'm looking for... I don't see any Steven. You guys can see... Oh, here's Steven. So looking up to her father. Is there another comment? Oh, here we go. Here's another comment. I'm not joking. Smoking in front of your child will lead to child to smoke at an early age. Bro, if you don't like it, kick rocks. I don't know what to tell you. Jose, is that what? Yeah, we're here to talk about. If you want to... I'm not a perfect parent. I'll be the first one to tell you. So I'm not going to pretend to be either. This is who I am in real life. I got my flaws. You know, you want someone perfect, go watch any other YouTuber who puts on a front like they're perfect. It's not happening. How can they stand the stink? Well, they're zombies. They just stink. Oh, you talking about the whispers? That's a good question. To be honest, I remember reading back in the day, like the olden days, it smelled so bad because people were literally throwing piss and shit out the window. They used to have to bring smelling salts in a necklace. I don't know if this story... I would imagine, because it was a history book, I would imagine this is a real thing, but they used to sniff the smelling salts, especially in higher up, like, richer people would bring perfumes and shit, because when they went to the poor neighborhoods or the common man, people threw piss and shit out the window. And this is when civilization was just cropping up. So, yeah, you would have... whatchamacallit? I read a question that just jarred me for a second. Someone said, "Why don't walkers eat each other?" And I was thinking, I don't know what the specific thing is for that, but it would essentially just be the rotten meat. You know, something with the virus, they just don't find that appetizing. And again, they haven't explained that, so that's the best we got with it. Yeah, but yeah, as far as them passing out, I would love for them to have something where, because it's distinct, they, I don't know, do something, block their nose or cover, I don't know, something, because it's gotta stink. It's gotta stink. That looks like something they can gloss over, though, and not many people will dive in deep and wonder. So they probably won't have too much of a problem with that. But let's take the last couple questions to wrap this up. We did pass the 2-hour mark, so let me look at the PayPal real quick. Someone said, Spin sent something in from Spin. Love you, Matt family. I love your hair, Ronnie. Thank you. Ready for DK issue number 4. Behave, all you chatters, and hit that like button. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that donation to the channel. A $20 dono from Spin on PayPal. And the DK4 I'm really excited about. Like I said, there's a big WTF moment in DK4. A huge one that really makes you think, what? Let me find a good question. Oh, I'm ending soon, honey. You tired?
No, I was gonna say,
What?
can you move the thing real quick?
Yeah. right, get going. I gotta shut this down. Say goodbye. I told her, she asked if she's...
No! Don't
Do
say
not do
it.
that. Do not do that. Microphone picks up everything. You do, it amplifies it. Why? That's not bad. But about the one in the chat earlier,
Don't.
we'll try to set that up coming up. I don't know why she's acting like a weirdo. Get off me. You good with brown hair, Lydia? Oh yeah, I'm fine with it. Do you think the Whisperer's introduction was as good as the comics or even better? By the way, hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Well, listen, I don't think it's done yet. The one in the comics was definitely different. I imagine we're getting a little more to that. Or it's going to be a little different in some regard, because in the comics it was this and something else. I was expecting we're going to get something else with it. So this is radically different in the comics because it was a revelation with a found out. I think the show works a little bit better just because you get to see the visuals with the color, the sounds, and everything. However, the comic, don't sleep on the comic. That was one hell of an introduction. I mean, damn. Are you going to continue with the streams throughout the break? To the best of my ability, absolutely. Now, keep in mind, we've been doing the live stream every Sunday for a while now. Absolutely. Even during the break last season. We did it, I think we've been doing these live streams since season 8. All the way in 8 and then season 9. So, Misunderstood. Love your hair too, Ronnie. Thanks for the stream. Good night, Matt. Yeah, I got to go. I got to get her to bed. Love you guys so much for coming out, chit-chatting. And don't forget, next Sunday, we're going to be back at it here. Random topics. We're going to pick like a main topic. And then we're going to go into random topics. So if there's something you want to discuss, leave it in the comment, not the live comment. Give it a few minutes to process, or maybe check back tomorrow and then leave your thing in a comment if there's something you guys want to discuss next weekend, or just come and do a discussion. It's tricky. You get so many comments, so some are definitely going to get missed, but those utilizing the super chat feature, I hate to say it, but that's literally what YouTube believed would be a good way to do it, you know. And again, it is tied into donations, so I have a bias when I say use it. But next week, if you want to use it, I don't even care if it's $1. If you have a comment idea for a discussion, it's not about getting rich off super chats. It's about getting it seen
you get the
outside
actual money
of.
like a week after.
You get a month and a half later, but it doesn't matter. It's just getting the comment ideas out there. You guys understand the most of you. Night sub to PewDiePie to beat T-Series. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much for everyone supporting on Patreon. Thank you very much. Oh, let me say that before I leave. Yes, the Deeper Into series, we're going to have that during the break. So that'll be something you can look forward to during the break between now and February. We're going to have Deeper Into 905, 906. For those who missed it, I had 905 done completely. AMC blocked it. I went to re-edit it. My hard drive crashed. The hard drive contained the file for all the edits. So I started over from scratch. I mean, from scratch. All new.
Because of my cat.
Yeah, it's all because of her cat. So 905, I completely did. I even rewrote a port. There's a whole new intro to Deeper Into 905. But trust me, I'm not gonna lie. I took like 4 days off. I was so gutted. I left. I was like, I'm not. Because keep in mind, for days and hours, and we're talking hours for days in a row, I'm doing that just to keep on schedule. And when the hard drive crashed, imagine working for a whole week and then saying, oh, I literally have to redo everything I just did. I checked out for a few days. So now we're way behind schedule, but the Deeper Intos are coming back. They're not going anywhere. Deeper Into, that's what she said. With that, we're out. But yeah, the Deeper Intos aren't done. They're coming during the break. Trust me. They're coming. 905, I just got a little bit more work to do. It's got a new intro. If you like the intro, it's subtle, but it's a new intro than my first attempt at 905. So see you guys next week. Thank you guys for the super chats. Thank you guys for the Patreon support, hitting that like button, saying share, and let's get Tom Payne in here to chit chat in an interview. Look for it, because it's happening. It's fucking happening. I love Tom Payne. This is what I'm putting up with. After party chat, anybody talk about past seasons? It's good you mentioned it, because during the break we'll also be doing Sunday live streams where we discuss previous seasons. I got an idea how we might do it. One week I'm going to mention, guys, go watch season 2 episodes 2 and 5 or whatever, and we'll discuss it. But I'm still working on the ideas. Love you guys. Have a good night.
I go to Tilted Towers and kill all the cowards, stuff I can devour. Yeah.